Hello everybody, this is Daniel Babbitt from Daily Soap Dish. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below. We appreciate any and all support. Alright, so let's get into it. Today I'm going to be talking about Ariela and Binyam on this season of The Other Way. So this couple has been intriguing me ever since, well, before the show even aired, just because it's just such an unusual situation. Of course, we know that Ariela is pregnant and, you know, she's going to Ethiopia to give birth to her unborn baby, which is really interesting, really unusual. So I was, even before the show started, I was looking forward to seeing all of it unfold, all of it, you know, in action. And because, of course, we knew that it was going to come with lots and lots of problems and complications. So the whole thing, you know, was interesting to me. Now, I have to say one thing. This season on The Other Way, I feel like we are not getting enough content. I don't know what TLC is doing. I don't know why the show is only 1 hour and Happily Ever After is 2, because this story, it felt like it took ages before we even saw Ariela come to Ethiopia, which is really unusual to me. So the story has been progressing very slowly, but anyways, that's just my opinion, and that's probably a topic for another video. But let's get into it. So Ariela and Binyam. On this, you know, episode of The Other Way, we saw Ariela, Binyam, and Ariela's mother, Janice, kind of get into a bit of a, you know, argument. It was mainly between Janice and Binyam. It wasn't really an argument, but it was like an interrogation. So basically, a lot of it has to do with Binyam's past. Of course, Binyam has a bit of a checkered or sketchy past. He was involved with an American woman named Bria some 2 to 3 years ago, and the relationship didn't work out at all. In fact, it ended disastrously, horrifically even. And ever since that, it's kind of been like this, you know, this blank kind of page on Binyam's, you know, resume. So we're trying to figure out, piece the parts of the puzzle just to see what's going on with Binyam. In fact, we're trying to see why exactly this relationship didn't work out with Bria, and perhaps she found out something she didn't like about him. And is Binyam kind of doing the same thing to Ariela right now? So, you know, the fact that Bria and Ariela are both American, is that a coincidence? So Binyam and Bria, they were engaged, they were married, and they also have a child together. And this is a bit of an issue, I would say. The other thing is that on YouTube, this video has surfaced lately. It's an old video, but as a result of, you know, people that are watching 90 Day Fiancé digging around, this video has resurfaced and it has become popular. This is a video of Bria and Binyam's wedding in, I believe, the state of Iowa. So they're doing this wedding at this chapel, I believe, this big kind of compound, and they are dancing together, and they look so in love with each other in this video. I'm not sure if it's the editing or if it's because they're just so madly in love with each other, but they are smiling, they are happy, they are even doing this dancing. Some people have said it was like basically like another version of Dirty Dancing. I don't know about that, but they just look so completely in love with each other, so happy. So this is where I'm going with this. On this episode of The Other Way, we saw Janice question Binyam, and Binyam seemed to kind of crumble a bit under the pressure. And then he kind of pulled out the language excuse. Oh, my English isn't so good, so you know, I don't know how to answer all these questions kind of thing. Which, to me, is phony baloney. I don't buy that. I don't buy that he can't explain what happened. His excuse is that, yeah, he was together with Bria, and then basically something happened and she just took off. I believe they have a son, with his son, and they have just never spoken. It's been over just like that. So he's almost implying that Bria just cut off the relationship of her child with his dad for absolutely no reason whatsoever, almost implying like she's a crazy maniac kind of woman. Look, I don't buy that. If you watch this video, you will see that they both look madly in love with each other. So to go from that level of happiness, that level of smiling and everything, to go to completely just removing Binyam out of her and her child's life in the US seems, it just does not compute. It doesn't add up. So I feel pretty confident that Binyam isn't telling the whole truth, and I feel that Janice did a very good job of grilling Binyam, making him sweat. He was sweating bullets, and I think that's why his English wasn't very good, because he was sweating a lot of bullets. And look, it seems so far that Ariela has kind of bought into Binyam's kind of excuse making, but I think that Janice is kind of going a little further, and I feel like some of this is going to unfold as we go along, perhaps has even unfolded behind the scenes as we speak, because look, if you look at Ariela and Binyam's social media profiles, you're not going to see a whole lot of pictures of them together. Why is that? You see on one side, Binyam, he's posting these dancing pictures with himself, and often they feature other women, other Ethiopian women, but he doesn't really have many pictures with Ariela, which is weird. Is that because TLC has told him not to post anything? I'm not exactly sure, but you know, some more pictures on their Instagram profiles or other social media would help kind of convey this image that they are this happy couple that is going to last. No pictures together almost whatsoever kind of gives rise to these questions that this is not a couple that is going to last very long. And of course, if any of these rumors about Binyam's past are true, then that's probably what's going to happen. So what exactly did Binyam do to his previous wife that he's not saying? Well, look, the logical conclusion is that he cheated on Bria, and that was that. You know, they had a marriage thing going on. You know, Bria was bringing Binyam to the U.S. Binyam was living in the U.S. at the time, and then all of a sudden something really bad must have happened that made Bria completely change her mind about Binyam and just completely cut him out of her son's life. Because look, they look so happy together, so it just doesn't make sense that she just went completely nuts, so crazy, and just removed the child's dad completely from his life. I don't know, I don't buy that, you know. And the thing is, oftentimes when that excuse is presented, that you know, that the person that is making the excuse, saying that, you know, I don't know why she did anything, I didn't do anything wrong, she did it all by herself, she just completely went crazy, and just, you know, she did it completely by herself. Anytime that I've ever seen that excuse presented, that person that was making that excuse, that argument, was always hiding something. So it has to be that Binyam is hiding something, because he is not taking any blame for anything that happened in his relationship with Bria onto himself, which is a red flag. If he was saying, look, yes, some things I did, maybe I was chatting with women, who knows, you know, I made a mistake, and you know, Bria just took off. If he said anything that maybe would have kind of quelled some of the rumors. I believe he did say that he was chatting with women, but I don't think it was just chatting. I think he did something way worse, because that woman Bria has just completely erased Binyam completely from her and her child's life. And of course, Binyam has actually had a slew of Instagram posts where he has kind of like hinted at wanting to reunite with his child, and he feels that his child was stolen from him and whatnot. However, right now on the show, we are only getting one version of the story, and I have to say that it looks like that one version, well, Ariela is buying that one version, Janice not so much. And of course, you know, all her concerns are very justified. The way she was grilling Binyam, not only about his past, but how is he going to provide for Ariela, all are justified, you know, questions, and Binyam didn't look like he was very comfortable answering those questions. Now look, we know that Ariela is making a big move. She is not moving to Ethiopia to live like a queen. She's moving there because she wants something different. So we'll see how that's going to work out. My feeling is that it's not really going to work out very well. And my feeling is that Binyam's past and the way that he behaved in the past is going to come out, and it's going to bite this relationship in the butt. And I'm not sure that this relationship is going to work out very well. Like I said, the hints on Instagram, on social media, I feel like they were pretty big. We don't see any happy pictures or anything, which is weird because when it comes to Kenneth and Armando, who are also on the season of The Other Way, we have seen their previous pictures from Mexico together from the time that Kenneth went there with his daughters, I believe a year ago. So there's plenty of pictures to go around, but when it comes to Ariela and Binyam, Binyam is active on social media, but nothing with Ariela as far as I have seen, which is really weird to me. If he was madly in love with Ariela, he would be posting these pictures, I feel like. So I don't know. However, this is just all very interesting right now. Look, what do you guys think? What do you think that Binyam did that was so bad that his wife, Bria, completely cut him off of not only her life, but also his son's life, and basically had him shipped back to Ethiopia? It has to be something bad, right? Let us know in the comment section down below. Look, we're going to be looking out for more details because I find this angle to be very, very interesting. I want to know more. So any details that I find, I will let you guys know. Alright, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys on the next one.